Oh, excuse me for that. Here we are in coming up in the round of 8 here against Quist in the Bodyhood Brawl League. With the true Warbears, you can see that the rating difference is quite immense. This team is going to be a bit vulnerable. So where do he start? So he starts here, obviously. We start here. He has one team over here, and he has one team. Let's see. I think they're here actually. So they're not as vulnerable as these ones are, but honestly, this is kind of. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe one shooting unit up here at least. It's good to fire down here on these guys. Yeah, there we go. Round of 8 coming up against Quist. And we have faced Quist twice before in this tournament, both in the qualifier league and in the upper division, and he is a good player. I feel that it's a little bit unfair here. I mean, not just the rating difference is going to be a slaughter for us, I think, to see what kind of fight he can put up, but he's also playing as the undead, and that warband, they are really not going to do too well in let's see, where could he possibly go? I think we can probably ignore that, but we're gonna take the idol with us. Now we'll see what he does. So Undead is really poor in the rule set of the Bodyhood Brawl League, and it's kind of a surprise that Quist is even in here in a round of 8. He's the only Undead player getting there. We can easily sandwich this unit, of course. I mean, we could also make this a bit more interesting. Like if we move down here and here, yes, we're gonna catch these 3 units. You can take a look at the. I think Karond has a Twitch up where he is playing Quist in the round of 16, and apparently that was a fantastic game to watch. I've only seen half of it. I think I should go watch that. See how he got to face the true Warbears. This is obviously the team that's gonna get sandwiched by him, so. Let's go talent Sealot, I think, and some other units. Could be interesting with the captain already here. I think we'll do that. Because we can have a wide variety of shooting options available to us. Could also be surrounded, that's true. Let's see. I think this is a wiser move. We're closer to being attacked by this group down here than we are from the top. Still gonna put something decently hardy up there. Probably one of the Templars. So you see, this team, we'll see what he does, if he can hold them in place or something. It would be the nice play, or the more strategic play at least. So he defeated Kid and Paw, and kind of really good for him. It's nice that one undead team got this far, but I do feel it's not just the rating, as I said, it's also that he is such a weak warband. Given the current rules, the undead is not a weak warband per se, it's that the rules make them pretty weak. Comparison to all the other warbands, and with that, since we are playing one of the stronger warbands, I think it's also a little bit of fair, not just with the rating difference as it is. And we have played one PvE after playing Ragnarokkus in the round of 16, and we managed to get the 7 kills required on Mongrel. So with this, our entire team is now level 10. We don't have all the skills on them yet, we're gonna put that up, but it is looking promising. I think this is a good spot for you, and I think you want to be here. A Mongrel, I can see you here, and then we put the captain here. And I've gone back to the crossbow pistols. I figured it was more of a scrappy long range game here, so I think they are much better. So we've had a relatively easy game against Ragnarokkus, gonna have a relatively easy game against Quist. And then we go on to our first actual challenge, which is gonna be the semi-final. So I want to show off a little trick here. We're gonna see that soon. Let's see. That is a very safe deployment for a lot of units. It tends to be that this group here gets sandwiched, and then that team comes and try and help out, and there's a massive brawl around this place. Rarely does it happen that someone just gives up this position and instead they go with this full team up here and trying to come in with this team here, because there's very little chance these have of escaping. That's why I brought an archer here, because we can rain death from above if he decides to go somewhere else, and it's a good chasing unit to go with as well. So what I'm doing here, switching back weapons. So we started 63, we're gonna go down all the way to 38 now. And that means that all the buffs that we're casting, like for instance we're casting this buff, Armor of Righteousness, it lasts 2 turns, but since we are... So he's gonna have that for 2 turns now. But since we went below him on the initiative ladder, it means he's actually gonna have it on his 3rd turn as well. That's not too important, but it does... there's an impossibility of us to... Yeah, fine, why not? It is not that valuable when it comes to buffing spells that are defensive like this, but if you do cast spells that, for example, increases your... See, we already have a goal here, 56. Okay, he's actually coming soon, so we need to be a bit aware of that. So if you cast, for instance, there are like Ulrich's Gift that gives plus 20% damage from the Wolf Priest, and you can do this kind of trick, go first, and then with a dagger or something similar, then you switch, you downshift your initiative to require it to be last in the warband, and then all the units that you have gotten that on will effectively have Ulrich's Gift on for 2 turns, because it's a spell that only lasts for 1 turn. And that is a pretty nice thing. You get more value out of your spells with some of these downshifting tactics. And of course you can do it again and again. So as soon as you do it on your first turn, you downshift, then you don't do anything After that, so you still downshifted for one turn, so you don't switch weapons on the second turn. And then on the third turn you switch weapons again on your turn, so you end up in the first of your warband, and then you recast the buffs, and then you downshift and so forth. Wow, they seem to be a bit of difficulty here in climbing for our opponents. So we have a necromancer. Harry the Red, right. In an Overwatch. Oh, it's a good target to go after for Hadamar. Might be one of the worst Lads Got Talent choices available in the whole game, but he did feel like he had to do that, and I didn't blame him. But then he's saddled with probably the worst henchman in the game when there is no necromancer around, so he has to take that, and the rest of them are 4 normal ghouls, which are probably also the worst henchmen in the game. There's a lot of worse things here with the undead, as this warband has been formed due to the rules. Felt like they had to go with the Lads Got Talent, and I don't really blame him for that. I mean, you want to catch up. The 4th here would be really low level otherwise. Sure, he got to see that when he faced off against Kiddenpaw. And no spoilers, but Kiddenpaw's 4th low level hero did not do too well for himself. So let's see where he moves here. He's probably feeling pretty trapped, no matter which way he goes. Okay, so he is going here. That means that they are trying to sandwich this. There is a necromancer, of course, but against the zombie. But I don't think he has Call of Vanhal mastered. We mastered all of our spells, but still think we have like 6 skill points left on 6 skill points left on him to figure out what to do with them. I have some skill points left on some other units as well. So we're gonna look forward to a nice big fight here, aren't we? That is a pretty good. So he's not even in an ambush. That's a good target for us to lock down with Edman Haas. So we're gonna do that. And this means we just chase down. Yep, we see Scott here. Not need to put ourselves in shooting range. Okay, let's see. Jackal. He has one more unit up here somewhere, so you know, I think maybe we send. Actually, we're gonna go on some reconnaissance mission here because there are units around. Oh. I'm gonna be able to shoot them up a bit before anything actually starts here. Took a full 90 seconds on us there. That rarely happens. He's well locked down. See what Drake can do. He's a weapon skill drag, but he's running around with a bow sometimes, I think. Gonna see. So there's lots of range here, so we might just capitalize and use the buildings and come even closer. Of course, we're gonna take a shortcut, I think. There's no need to try and chase down the same path unless we really want to go for the idol. See if we can use some of our nice little new trickery here with the headshots. How far can you have gotten? So not that far. Actually, I don't think it's much of a downside here to jumping on. Yes, I mean we're caught against the wall, but I think if he's gaining a little bit of ground here, we can afford to be a bit more moving forward. Let's see. Let's do that. Misses, gonna get a return blow on us. Let's see what kind of damage she does. 22, 2% chance of critical hit. We don't do too much either. There's lots of armor on these ones. We will have both of our Templars in here very soon. Actually, let's just leave our idol. I don't think we need it. No critical hits for us, but that's fine. Power of course, exhaustion. No critical hit yet. There we go. $31. So 3 wounds left remaining as he starts his turn. It's just a scratch, he says. Yeah, it's just a scratch. It is the most vulnerable position for them to be in. This is not a good matchup, but if he disengages, and he does, can he go somewhere else? That's I could get towards the captain here unless he triggers the ambush. But he won't have too much in the way of attacks. Fails the terror check, alright. 37 damage. And misses his last attack. He really wants to do more damage than that. Who's gonna support this fight? Mostly against Edman Haas. Alright, no disengage. It's not... I mean, it has an upside.
A new round has started.
Loads of units coming in. Edban Haas is the one that's going to feel something here, I think. It's the northeast team. That should be our warrior priest that sees them, yeah. Since he is there to spot. See the necromancer from here, moving away. Could not have shot at him though, I don't think so. Even with our longbow, I think it would be... we were more or less out on the blue pills anyway. So it's a pretty... This is probably one of the worst... I mean, they're not equal, these spots. I feel like this one has a better chance of surviving than this one does, because you're more you're closer to the other starting points there. Just like it was on Quist's previous map. But you have to play to the advantage. I think rushing all the way down here to either help out this team or sacrifice this team and rush all the way and try and get into this team somehow. I mean, something needs to be done to trade. There's the zombie. Looked like he had basic Call of Vanal. See what Bobby Joe can do. You're only in a simple parry stance at the moment. That stance reducing some of the parry, reducing some of the melee resistance. Francis, we're not expecting any stances from him. He only has 3 attacks maximum. Misses 1. Dismay does nothing here. Of course, but it's one of the few... Wow, we even managed that parry shank, that was a bit lucky. Glad that worked out. Very nice parry check. Yeah, seems to be turning around for me here that I am now the lucky one. Oh, we jest, and I've done my fair share of that. Let's see here. I think that the smart play is, of course, to... I mean, probably is a damn zombie here somewhere, isn't it? It might... Let's see if what he guards on this side. Let's see, we can just almost sneak around, I thought. I'll take it, I'll take it. It's a good ambush. I thought we could sneak around close to the walls here, but he was a sneaky fellow. A very wise man. Did a decent amount of damage on us. Jackal, as you remember, is pretty easy to kill in comparison to many other units. Let's see some awareness checks here. Where are these ghouls hiding? Or are they already jumped down? Might be closer here, yeah. And they're trying to reinforce this place. So we're just gonna jump down as quickly as possible. And take as much damage as we can. So the way I've tried to position these is to make sure that they are trying to cover the angles from which the last talent here wants to retreat. And we're going straight down the middle. And even that ghoul we saw on the left flank here, or the eastern flank, is not gonna pose too much of a worry for us. It's gonna want to get towards the flagellant and get a nice kill here. But the Templars are going to be done with their business here very quickly, and they're gonna move up in support, considering that the vampire is more or less dead. It's good to have a little extra damage. Remember, this is almost 10 damage more here. Did around 30 on the last round. I could complete this with... is it worth... Actually, no, I don't think so. I think we want to delay and come in here with Mongrel, maybe. See the ghoul down here. You can see them. he's gonna kill himself if he does any kind of shooting here. Alright. Didn't quite get him there. Yeah, we could go and kill the Necromancer, but the Necromancer is gonna kill himself for us. Unless he retreats and does absolutely nothing. His spells are not that useful. So, mind of our position. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nah, he's not gonna be able to reach, especially not if he... The only thing that's gonna reach us here is... these other things on his mind. You can just see how uneven this game is, and I doubt Quist takes much of the enjoyment out of this, and I certainly don't really. I mean, we're just advancing through the tournament here and making use of all of that min-maxing and pushing our leverage. I don't necessarily think this is the best play if we had been even teams. I mean, he's also leaving this open for us. And we can take some gambling here. Okay, fails that as well. If we stay up here, we're gonna be the prime target, but I'm kind of fine with that.
A new round has started.
Yeah, he needs to practice. And the only reason we're actually putting Arm of Righteousness on them instead of the Templars, which would be the more convenient thing, is that he's never gonna really engage the Templars here. He just wants to get a few kills, so we're just trying to deny that. More or less being the tactic. It's rather pointless to go into against Witch Hunter Captain with 75% armor. And we saw that how little damage Clyde did against us when he went in against the Witch Hunter after he was buffed. Yeah, it needs to be... If that's when I'm gonna put himself, then it's gonna be shot up to... Yep, it will be. Will he shoot? 10 to 30 damage, he can take 14. He's gonna try some Call of Vanals. Remember, he has the basic version for the zombie, for instance. You might want to try that. Nice thing about this spell is that for the ghouls it buffs their dodge and initiative, and you can do a lot of initiative tricks with that. But right now he has a higher initiative than me, so it's more me that had the option here for doing some trickery. A difficult spot to be in. They lost the vampire thrall. They lose the necromancer and the drag. The drag is unhurt so far. We're gonna see where he goes. He does have Web of Steel, that's pretty nice. Gonna see double strong blows now. Yes, we are. Failing the parry. Can we succeed on another one? No, we cannot. Ah, it does respectable damage. That really does hurt. Really does hurt. But he is a glass cannon, and he is trapped against a henchman here that he's going to lose the fight against. So only one attack coming in. Who does he choose it to be against? Probably the Flagellant, right? Since we failed Arm of Righteousness as well, he makes a tempting target. Could do a charge here. And misses. Lucky for us, considering that we don't have any dodge stance on him right now. mean, who will we go after? Will we go after the Dreg here? We're gonna have loads of free units here very soon, and we also have Hadamar who could go up against wherever the Dreg chooses to go. Might want to just turn right here. Not that valuable, the Web of Steel. Better to use it for something else. So if it doesn't engage the Warrior Priest, we're in a pretty good position here to do some very big harassment to several of these units. Yeah, we have opened up the spot here to attack the Flagellant, that's true, and he's only in a single dodge stance. It's also true. He's gonna dodge the first attack at least. Remember, he's probably not too hot with all alone checks, and he's gonna be all alone very soon here. Wow, go straight through it. Nice. Oh, it's respectable damage. Very respectable damage. Remember, the zombie here is going to be in Web of Steel, so we're gonna have to fight through that. I think it helps if we... Okay. Wow, he survives. 11 damage, he survives. Fails the first parry. Fails the second parry, alright. Where's Mongol when you need him? I'm gonna put Mongol up there. I think... exploiting some of the weaknesses here of the ghouls. They cannot disengage. Nice parry. That was one nice hit. I guess go and shoot some goals instead. Should be around here now. Ouch, that's unlucky. Bit vulnerable here, sure, but 75% armor stops quite a lot of attacks. So I think the plan is heal here, buff him up so that Bobby cannot use any attacks, and then it's basically game over. Okay, so he sent someone down there. Yeah, that is exactly the only kind of victory Raritor got against us as well, more or less. Actually, we have a little bit of range now because we have the blue formula for increasing range.
A new round has started.
Has to be careful of the ambushing Templar here. Could go in on, yeah, could definitely go in on the captain. Not gonna do too much there. Let's see. 20 damage. It's almost taking as much as he gives. We're gonna see one more, and this is the great advantage of having the Witch Hunter captain being last on the initiative ladder, meaning that we have lots of units that can come in case we were even numbers and even strength. We could have just disengaged with someone to cancel out all alone check. That is definitely a possibility. It's nice that he comes here. Does he have much in the way of units left now? I mean, it would be nice to see some all alone checks by this guy, but why? Why not just end this pain and suffering? Thank you for watching, and we will be back with the semi-final later. Hope you enjoyed this in some capacity at least, and looking forward to a much more even game coming up. See you then for now. Thank you for watching.